Because if it can perform and be reliable and valuable to growers here in this region, it can operate anywhere in the world, and we're convinced of it.
I truly believe Yuma is the gold standard for ag technology testing.
Any technology that's come out of Yuma has been successful.
Equipment that has not been developed in the desert generally fails.
I think it's the climate, it's the time frame that you're working with. Ground as hard as concrete and as powdery as moon dust. And it could be a mile away from each other.
The heat and the dust is a very hard test to overcome.
If you can prove your equipment here in Yuma, then you can make it go anywhere globally in the world.
In our region here, we definitely have heat, and heat will kill technology almost as fast as vibration.
The biggest enemy for a robot is ambient conditions.
But we also have exposure to wind, sand particles, rain, humidity, cold. We can give you every facet of climate that you're gonna face and your equipment's gonna face in the real world in about 6 months. And that's what's unique about this area is we have the climate.
The thing that I like about it is their growing season starts when everybody else ends.
During the winter, when everywhere else in the country is either too cold or it's under snow or it's frozen, we're in full swing.
In addition to that, we have 365 days of growing a year, constantly planting, constantly harvesting. There's not a day go by where there's not something being planted or harvested in Yuma.
Doing business here in Yuma, doing your development, your research here in Yuma is a great way to complete your testing cycle so that you can have year-round research and development.
Our biggest challenges as growers is that we are judged based on our cost per unit sold. All of our inputs that we put into our crops have to either increase production or they have to decrease our cost. That is the biggest challenge we have in implementing ag technology.
The lack of people, the increase in food safety. There's a lot of external things that are definitely putting more pressure on the farm, and the ag technology is kind of filling that void right now.
These ag towers are very important because we will have the largest green belt stretched from one end of our county to the other, 160,000 acres, that will have full connectivity of broadband, 5G or higher.
But this is the first in the country that possibly and probably the world that is dedicated specifically to agriculture. For the farmers, importantly, it'll be managed by the farmers.
This has positioned Yuma to be the global leader in technology. So we want you to be able to come down here in Arizona, in Yuma specifically, to be able to get the autonomous side of your vehicles working. And because we have the law set up, we're ahead of that in that time frame, the law that got signed this past year. Yuma agriculture is already high tech, and we want to make sure that we as state legislators are not doing anything that's going to impede that.
The environment and the natural climate here is one thing, but how we farm in Yuma County, it's difficult, it's hard. It's what we coined the term compressed time farming.
A kind of pressure that I don't think I've ever seen anywhere in the world. The timeliness of getting work done, of getting the acres done. So the machine has to work when it has to work.
They're very concerned on their bottom line and they want to reduce their inputs as much as possible. So they tend to be very forward thinking as far as tech implementation. If you can show them a return on investment and that it works, they're going to jump on it, 100%.
They all have a use somewhere. All of those things come into play when it's actually ag technology. The tech companies that need to realize that they might not have a finished product. So whatever you bring into Yuma, be willing to change it. I haven't seen anything that's come to me that's been 100%. I think the ideas and the concepts are all pretty generally good, but it's how do you make that work? And that's where I think it gets hard.
So Axis Ag was developed by myself and 4 other partners who have worked in agriculture and agricultural technology for a long time. What we found was there was a gap between technology and agriculture that still needed to be addressed. And the idea behind Axis Ag is bring both together, develop it for the market, with the market, introduce it to the market, and then as the market is starting to use it, white glove service, if you will, to make sure that it's being supported and that the growers in that market are going to be successful with it. The biggest part of our company in that is we provide the infrastructure to the tech companies, both from an engineering standpoint, right down to trucks, trailers, tractors, anything you need to get it out into the field. In realistic conditions, we're able to develop superior products with the tech companies, with the growers as well.
YCETA is a very special public-private partnership between the ag industry and the University of Arizona. This is such a unique partnership that our growers are pretty much embedded in all the work and decision-making that we do.
Really, our strength lies in our ability to form partnerships between both industry, whether that's the equipment companies or the farmers, and academia. Whatever it takes to get this project started, we can put together a team to get that going.
I don't know what you guys are eating or drinking, but it seems like a extremely well-knit community. And they're willing to give people a chance. Axis Ag is here in Somerton. I think without them, we couldn't have gotten here, to be honest.
I met Dr. Hodges as one of the first people that I met when I started AgB, so I don't know that we've ever had someone or any group of people be that welcoming as far as wanting to integrate new tech to the area. So I absolutely love that. It was amazing.
It's really in the benefit of the technology companies to really consider doing their R&D at the Yuma Agricultural Center. We've essentially implemented some technologies, including 5G and LoRa and other wireless technologies at the farm that allow it to be used as an ag tech proving grounds and test bed.
Utilize the resources that are here that can help you refine your equipment and make it something that's going to be market ready.
When you do that demo, when you show it to a grower, the grower needs to get goosebumps. We underestimate the nuances of ag.
This manufacturer speak of we can do X amount of acres and we can do this and we can do that. No grower is going to believe you, first of all. When ag tech companies come in and they don't have any people that know anything about ag and they have no dirt anywhere on any of their stuff, it's a big red flag to most farmers. So I would say if you're willing to get out there with them and really dial it in, they're going to be receptive to you.
The Desert Difference is hosted every year to be able to showcase the work that they have. And these are from startup companies, mid-level companies, to companies that are ready to start selling their product. And there's different ways that they can showcase. They can showcase in a static display. They can showcase in a smaller, 120 feet with 12 rows. Demonstration, or now this last year we opened the opportunity for a large demo, which will be anywhere from 1 acre to 3 acres, demonstrating the product that you have. And this happens in a 2-day conference, so you'll have plenty of time to meet the growers. The users are there. We have some researchers that are there. We have some investors that come and look at the new technology. You just can't go wrong. It's a sunny, beautiful day.
There's no other ag ecosystem like Yuma.
The cool thing about specialty crops and the thing that feeds like the science nerd in me is that no one has done any research on any of this. So as a researcher, when you come into a field that no one's touched, every day is like new and something different.
There's a reason why the United States military has a proving ground in Yuma County. There's a reason why General Motors has a proving ground in Yuma County. This is the reason why our company is headquartered in Yuma County, because we believe Yuma County is a proving ground for ag technology. You can create the equipment in the desert under its harsh conditions, under the compressed time environment, and come out with a product that has your reliability, it solves what your problem is, brings value to the grower, and it's easy to use. You're going to win in any market around the world.
Yuma finds the problems first because we put more hours on tractors than anywhere else in the nation. Bring it to Yuma. We'll test it.